So you've got a 360 camera and you have the tiny little selfie stick, the invisible selfie stick that comes with your Insta. You see a 2.7 meter one on Amazon for 40 quid by Telesin, which I happen to actually quite like their aftermarket stuff. But the question is, do we have a stitch line? Let's find out. So I'm not going to go through a huge unboxing. I don't know why I'm crouching, I could have just angled the camera. But in the box you get a screw adapter, won't be needing that. You get lots of washers, I'll explain why in a second. You get the selfie stick. Get a bag and a manual. I've already had a look, so we won't be needing that. And that's all you need. So, it's quite compact, straight off the bat. It's incredibly light. I should have done my research, but I haven't. It's saying it's not. It's really light. It's about as heavy as the Insta one I have, the short one. I better post that down below or put some text on screen if I do my research. So, it comes with the angled GoPro mount. Won't be needing that. It could ruin my stitch line. And to get it out, it's usually better to actually put that on and start it off. So the first thing that you get is the rubbers here. So that will lock it in its first stage. And then that's its first lock. I'm going to get a tape measure. Right, here we go. So the first one is 48 inches, so 122 centimeters for the first one. Now the second one, well, lad, you just pull these to tighten them, a bit like a fishing pole. Got to put this back on actually. And you pull the second section. And that will add an additional 21 centimeters, 21 inches, 53 centimeters. And then there's another section to take it all the way out to 2.7 meters. So let's pop on the Insta 361RS. Now this is in its vertical configuration with the extended battery, so it makes it more like a 1X. Handy little rubber washer on the end of the 1/4 inch screw. It's nice and secure. And it's well balanced. That's not too bad at all. Now, there is a bit of flex, but we're going to try it. And see if the stick is invisible. Great for drone shots. Sit down here. If I was filming, camera, bang, 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 got the 360 behind me. If I wanted to angle that, the question is, are we seeing, how much of the stick are we seeing? And then if you were to be on a bike And you're wobbling it around a bit. Let's give that a try. Let's push in this end section. I think that's going to make quite a difference. You are getting a rattle with the stick though. That is something to bear in mind. It does screw out at the bottom, but you will get that rattle on your audio, I would imagine. Let's follow the dog around. Right, let's see how it comes out in post. Quick test with it in its standard 1RS config. See how that comes out. Right, does have a tripod screw, 1/4 inch on the bottom. You'd need quite a substantial tripod, but let's see how we get on. Right guys, we checked a bit of footage as we go, but yeah, I'm interested to see how it all comes out. All right, see you in a bit. Right, let's see. So it looks like you have to do it sections at a time. There you go. Yeah. Start at the top, work your way down. What's in here? Oh, it's just the poles. Cool. All right. So far, so good. The bag's quite basic, but it will stop it getting scratched. Better than no bag. There we go. Sweet. Right, so in conclusion, been using it for a week. Let's have a quick look back at the 360 footage, because when it was fully extended, the pole would shake and you were getting the pole in the footage, which was completely expected. But if you weren't flailing it around, so if it's on the back of a motorbike or you're boarding, it's probably a non-starter to get solid footage unless you shorten some of the sections. But if you're just holding it, using it as a hand cam, it's going to be really useful if you need to get, you know, amongst some footage, get a crowd shot, get it over the top of a crowd looking down. Absolutely spot on. So what I've done now, this is where a multi-camera would have been useful, is I've actually put a sort of Gorilla Pod clone on the bottom of the selfie stick, and this is now set at head height. Let me show you. So these are flexible, really useful. It's not going anywhere. And we're also using the audio straight from the Insta now, so I'm going to show you at full extension. Okay, so that straight up didn't work because of the audio, so now I've got the Rode plugged in. So that is one thing to consider. Here's a lovely shot of some bees doing bee things. So that is something to bear in mind. If you are needing audio, then absolutely don't have it using an internal mic, because this thing is noisy, even when it's fully extended. Oh, there's a blackbird. So it's now on the 360. You know, there's quite, you know, a bit of weight now at the end, so my hand's shaking slightly as I'm holding it, and we'll see if that comes through in the footage, but I don't believe it will. So in conclusion, it's light, it works, it's got a use case, but just bear in mind that using internal audio will probably get ruined with this thing. So all in all, it's going to have a good use. I'm going to be using it in this sort of scenario, fully extended, you know, over a crowd looking down, using the 360 so I can pan it around. And all in all, it's going to be in my kit bag. It's light without a camera on the end, so you would be holding it probably with two hands like a boom. And yeah, that's it. So we had to cut in here obviously because the footage was ruined on the last one. Well guys, you take care. Catch you for the next one.